The conflict between Wizkid and Davido, is it real? That is what a lot of people are really asking. Remember that Wizkid actually ranted about Davido, where Davido kept quiet about all of this. Some people tied it to Puma D, while some other persons tied it to UBA performance of Davido at their general kind of meeting to an extent, and a lot of people were really interested in the big story and waiting for the side of Davido. But Davido never said anything about it, and we still got something that happened last night. Davido and Wizkid at a club. But before I dive into the story, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos. Guys, what are your own takes about this kind of story? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section because we got a lot of interesting stories about Wizkid, Davido, about Burna Boy trending out on social media. A lot of people are really responding to this. I think this is pretty interesting and big at a time like this. Davido is in UK right now, having a big time with a lot of people in UK, especially the 30 BGs, and did a Davido Puma launch in the UK. A lot of people actually came out to support Davido at that, and that is making Davido one of the biggest brand in Africa right now and one of the most endorsed artists. And we need to talk about that because this guy is seeing a lot of things happening in the music industry and decided to say, let me take my name to the business world. And this guy is really a big marketer in the game at a time like this. Remember that conflicts happened between Davido and Wizkid, and to an extent a lot of people generated some kind of interesting discussions around it. But you need to understand right now that as we speak, Davido's Timeless album is back on Nigerian album chart on Apple. A lot of people are saying that the Apple charts is one of the biggest charts in Nigeria at the time because Timeless album of Davido is back on that chart. What could have actually stimulated that to happen anytime soon? That is the question many people are really asking. Watch the stories going on around Davido at a time like this, inclusive of Wizkid. Wizkid dropping a recent album is helping Davido right now. That is what I really believe because Davido understands this whole thing as a marketer, and this guy is really exploiting the moment because Wizkid is dropping a song, dropping an album, announcing himself. Also, Davido is being announced because of the story around Wizkid and Davido at the time. That is something I kind of understand at this particular time, and that has brought Davido back to the Apple album chart in Nigeria, and that is really exciting for the 30 BGs. And this guy has not dropped a particular album that he promised. He said he's going to be dropping an album soon, but he is hosting the business world for now. He's really selling himself out there, and some people can really understand about that. Davido was in Abuja at a particular function, and that was business meeting for a lot of persons. Remember that the father of Davido actually gave a business testimony that is getting a lot of Nigerian wagging right now. According to the testimony, you will understand that Davido's father said the Adelekes, they generate 15% of the electricity being used in Nigeria and has invested over $2 billion in building a power plant in Nigeria. That is quite impressive and interesting at the time. A lot of people can look at that from a dynamic point of view. That is what I understand by this kind of story that is trending out on social media. You need to understand that a lot of people are really sensitive to the fact that Davido is really pursuing business right now while pausing on the side of music for now. But towards the end of the year, I think we're going to hear something banging hard from Davido. That is something I believe, or maybe early 2025. I believe that happening anytime soon. But this guy is exploiting the moment and selling his product or his brand out there. And he's winning big, became one of the most endorsed Nigerian artist or African artist at the time, and became one of the richest Nigerian artists based on the statistics and record being released by Forbes and other platforms. That is something I will tell you for free, and a lot of people are getting to understand it for real. This guy may be richer than we think based on his dad's testimony, and the last time I checked, the board of directors on that Pacific Holdings, that they are investing about $2 billion in a power plant, already owned 4 power plants in Nigeria. Yes, Davido is a board, is a director on that particular board, and that is really impressive to an extent. That is why I keep saying that Davido may be richer than we think, and some people are not getting to understand it from that point of view. When you talk about sales of records, music sales, you need to understand that business is more than music sales. Those people doing real business like generating powers, electricity, and selling good stuff, crude oil and the rest, these guys are really making the most money. Recently, Dangote tripled his profit after impoverishing Nigerians. That is what the news is all about right now, and Dangote has become one of the richest on the continent right now, back again. Yes, the list of all-time streamed artists on Spotify has been released, and we have Burna Boy as number 1 on that list. We got somebody like Rema on that list as number 2, and a person of Wizkid number 3. And on number 9 or so, on number 8, we got Davido, and a lot of people are looking at the direction of Davido and saying, what is making Davido the richest artist? But you need to understand that outside streams, you still got some kind of business word, some kind of marketing stuff, branding and the rest that Davido is exploiting, and that is making Davido the biggest brand on the continent right now. There's no doubt that Burna Boy has actually done a lot of good numbers, and you need to understand that a person of Rema is tying his glory to a feature with Selena Gomez. I think Rema was helped by Selena Gomez. That is something I believe about that. Something happened between Davido and Wizkid in London. While Davido was at a club with his friends and his crew out there, a person of Wizkid walked into the club, and these guys, they didn't greet at all. That is something we got to understand. But some people are saying that could be like something planned between them, while some other persons are saying this is real between them. So we are trying to understand whether it's real or is a plan between them. And you need to understand that immediately Wizkid came into there and saw Davido in that club, he hurriedly left. That is something a lot of people are still talking about, and he's still trending out on social media. Let's catch a glimpse of that. Man, what is your own take about that? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section so that you can have a glimpse at your own story. This is really getting interesting at the end of the day. Before I dive off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos, and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos.